Boom. What's up, everybody? This is DTM Delta Tango Mike here with another live stream. It is a Monday morning. I hope you're doing well. I know that the weekend is a time to relax and take it easy. So hopefully you got some rest and you started your Monday with some creativity. I am DTM Delta Tango Mike. And today we have an amazing series starting off right now, right this very second. So let me go ahead and pull up my Illustrator. That's what I've been looking at. It's like, where's my Illustrator? And I think my whole there it is. The Creative Cloud was off. There it is. It's coming up. Okay, cool. So let me tell you about what we're looking at in the next 12 weeks. And it's really 6 weeks, but with a skip. So every other week, we're going to focus on this project. And then every other week, we'll work on something else. And so what is this project about? Well, if you can check out the title in the video, you can tell a little bit about it. And let me give a shout out to Haley. How you doing, Haley? Joining us on Behance. And, of course, SLP Price, a.k.a. Bree, on Discord. We do have a Discord. Check the links in the description of the video for the Discord. I think I didn't put it in there, but you know where to find me. And we can definitely give you the link to the Discord. Let me see where it is. Right there it is. Join us in Discord. And we have a bunch of things going on the Discord, so check it out. All right. So what are we doing in the next 12 weeks? What we're doing is working on a sketch to vector project that takes a brewery brand design with Adobe Illustrator and creates a whole complete brand. And I'm talking about a full brand, not just the logo, not just a revamp, a full complete brand. And I'm going to go over all of it today, at least some of the outlines and what to expect today. But every week, I'm going to focus on one part of the process. And it's going to be a 2-day parter. So on Monday, it'll be a behind the scenes and thinking things through and discussing. And then on Tuesday, like tomorrow's Tuesday, I will be on Adobe Live sharing what we worked on, what I worked on, why I did it, how I did it, and be more concise about the process. So tomorrow at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time or 1 p.m. Pacific, you'll see me on Adobe Live talking about this process. But on Mondays, like today, is when I really deep dive into a lot of the steps, put together some research, put together some files that you then get to enjoy after the stream on Tuesday. And that's going to be every other week. So in March, we got 2 weeks of this. April, 2 weeks of this. And then finally May, 2 weeks of it. And that'll be it. If we have time, I'll work on more than one design or more than one brand. We'll see. We'll see, because I'm tackling a lot. What's up, St. Tony the Monster? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. Joining us on Facebook, and then SLP Price just joined us on Behance. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So that is the plan, and there's a lot of information in the description of this video that you can then use to get started and figure out what, where, how, what are we doing here. And I just added the Discord link, and I need to add a couple of things. We do have live art classes and workshops are back on the menu at Binders Art. And don't forget that if you want to get some one-on-one vector art design and the art business sessions, you can always schedule them at vectormaestros.com. There you go. Those are my announcements, and that's all I got to say about it today. That's all I got to say about that. Okay, so let's get into it, right? Let me go ahead and clear out this window here, and so I can show you my screen. I have to sign in. And let's and we'll talk about what's on the outline for today. We'll talk about what's on the outline. And you can't see my password. That's good. That's good. All right. So for today, we're going to talk about brand versus logo and versus identity definitions. And then, oh, yes, and watch, this is why I needed that window, and I closed it. And we need to talk about research beer types, beer brands, beer designs, and set up a mood board. Then download and create templates so that we can present brand ideas and have some clean sketches. And so I am going to share with you a link. There is a link in the description of the video. It says Vector Maestros blog brewery brand. And I'm just going to go to it right now. Let me see if it'll show up. No, it's not going to show up. So blog and then brewery brand. I think it's all one word. There it is. Boom. And it gives you an outline of what I'm going to talk about today. Well, it gives you an outline of what to expect during the 6 weeks. Yes. Okay. Let me double check. What's up, Barbara? Good morning. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. We just got started, so you didn't miss anything, but I'm glad you're here. So with the link that I share with you, it takes you to Vector Maestro's website. There's the blog, and it talks about the brewery brand design. I need that, and I also need extra notes. So let me jump into where I keep track of everything else. And what I'm going to show you today is my process, right? This is the research creative process. When you start something, when you start a project, you can start with drawings. I start with drawings all the time. I start projects with drawings just all the time. That happens immediately, right? I start drawing and sketching, the idea flows, and it gets out there. But when you're working with client work, you need to have some research put together so that you can have the information that's gonna support the work you want to do. So if you want to do something in a particular way, then we need to have a reason why. Why does it have to be that way? What is the research you found? And you need to research the industry that you're working in. Whatever it is that you're going to be working in, whether you've been doing it for a long time or you just started, you need to go ahead and still do some research so that you can have a conversation where you can set up some actionable items, knowing what you're talking about, that you've already figured out a few things. So you need to figure out some things before you start talking to the client, or after doing discovery with the client. Once you sit down with the client, you do some discovery, you figure out what they're asking for, what they want. Then you need some time to research before you throw them a quote, before you put together a package and say, here's what you need, here's what you're asking for, and I'm the one who can do it for you. I needed this tip back in November when my Breezy Brew says SLP price. Oh, hey, Aina, how you doing? Welcome. Breezy Brew. Oh, you know what? Okay, well, let's talk about Breezy Brew SLP price. I like that. That's good. That's a good name. That's a great name right there to get started. All right, so let me see. Where am I? And maybe I need to go here in brewery branding. Got it. And so before I can start talking about breweries and beer, I need to know a little bit more. In my case, I am a fan of beer. I do partake in a taste or two, and not big consumption of alcohol, but I do like a good tasty beer, right? I like tasty beer. And if you look at my projects in Behance, I have worked on some beer labels or beer brands in the past, and you can find it here on my. Let me see. Let's go. There it is. This is my streaming. Let's go to my work. There we go. And then scroll down. There it is right there. So this in 2020. Wow, it feels like it was only a couple years ago, but it's 4 years later. I worked on 12 beers for one brewery using one illustrator, one illustrator, designing, working with one same design and working with this one brand. And so they came to me and they already had, hey, Imran, how you doing? They came to me and they already had some designs. There goes the owner, and that's me hanging out with the owner at their brewery. And so they had some designs already, right? And what they did not like is that there was a lot of different looks for each beer. Now, of course, each beer has a different name and a different illustration, but they wanted a consistent look across all of it, a consistent design. So there's an opening here that goes across. There's a circle here, a ring. There's a ring with some sticking out parts here. Ring again, but different size ring. And then there's an opening here, but with kind of with a ring in there in the middle. And then the art styles were very different from each other. So it was my job to revamp them into one design and come up with new artwork for each and every one of them. And so here's some of my process. You can check this out in my Behance and get a closer look at the whole complete process and workflow here. But there's a lot of sketching, Photoshop sketching, Adobe Fresco sketching. I don't think we had Adobe Fresco then. No, we did not in 2020. And or did we? Not. I know we had the other two, Adobe Photoshop Sketch and Adobe Illustrator Draw on the iPad. And then coming up with figuring out how that's going to fit in the template. And so there's a couple templates here that the brewery companies work with. And then me coming up with how I'm going to map out everything that goes in that brand and that template. And then finally, setting down the designs, the artwork that I was creating into the template and making sure it had the different elements that the brewery was asking for, including some of their government info on one side, government warning, and then their product info, the logo, the company logo, and then the overall design. And so this is in Photoshop. Come on. There we go. Why are you doing that? There we go, like this. Oi. Maybe I need to expand that. Let me open that up. There we go. Come on. And so finally, I jump into Adobe Illustrator, where I make all the artwork. All the artwork is done in Illustrator. I think I did draw it in Fresco. When did Adobe Fresco come out? Adobe Fresco. Let me see. I forgot. It began in late 2019. Oh, so that was the first year of our Fresco. Yeah. Yes, so I did a lot of this artwork in Adobe Fresco, and then I imported it into Illustrator. And some of it I just did in Illustrator straight up because of how clean the design has to look in there. And so this is not necessarily exactly the process we're going to follow, but some of these steps are definitely part of the process. We decided on the oval, and but the artwork was going to expand past the oval, except for this one, because this is one of the original designs. But there you go. I created that forest and that background. I kept the bridge they had before. Yeah, I didn't do anything to that bridge. I did that illustration right there, and it became part of the can design. Later on, we revamped the logo, so we had to switch out the logo on all of the designs. But there you go, each design as it fits. And this is a tall can, so it has a different size. And it's what is this? Russian Imperial Stout. Oof, very heavy alcohol, and very delicious. These are the two delicious. And then there go some photos of the cans. And I went, you know what? I need to remind myself to bring the cans over here. I have some cans still. When I go live tomorrow on Adobe Live, so I can show that yes, you can check out the project, but I still have some of my cans, and I need to go visit the brewery to go say hello and get some new beer. All right. So basically, what we're gonna do today is some of the similar things. So with research, first it starts with research, and so what I did is research a few things like types of beer. Before I can speak on beers, I need to understand the types of beers that are out there. What do we have? What are the beers that are out there? The research, right? And and then I'm gonna talk about brand versus, where'd it go? Brand. Let's see. Brand identity. Let me see. This is two different things. Branding, identity, and logos. What do they mean? And so I grabbed this off the internet somewhere, And there's a difference between these three things. So we'll talk about that in a second. So I did some research on the beer, on what kind of beers there are out there. Because for this project, for the next six streams, 6 different weeks of streams, which is 12 weeks in real time, I'm creating a brand from scratch, right? I'm creating a brand and beer types from scratch. The branding, the design, everything, all the way from the very beginning. And so I wanted to know a little bit about what beers are, what they mean, and where are they. Let me see. Ancient brewery, bottle, template, design, references, beer references. There we go. And so there's a few different things, and maybe I should add some of these into that sketch to vector. So what's the beer style? So there's different kinds of beer styles. There's the light beers and then the very darker beers. And I remember hearing about this a long time ago, probably from the brewery that I work with, where they said that and I actually know some people who brew their own alcohol, and they're what they call craftsmen, and so it says that within the barrel or the container where they ferment the alcohol, they take the top alcohol is lighter, smoother, and then the bottom is a little darker and harsher. And so there it is, or more robust and malty. So there we go. This is what we're looking at. We're looking at what's your beer style, and it gives you a breakdown of what the beer looks like. Here's another view of this different diagram where it says top fermented and bottom fermented. So meaning that's kind of sits at the bottom of the barrel or container, and when they're making the beer, and then spontaneous. Interesting. So I needed to see some of these names. I needed to understand what these names mean, what they are about, what's it look like. I'm deep into Pale Ale, India Pale Ale. Maybe some of the lagers, but that's it. Yeah, I love Gray Stout, says SLP Price. That's right. So you know about beers. When I was working with that brewery, they're called Liquid Nation Brewery. It was very fun hanging out with them because we could talk about beers all day and it was okay, you know. It doesn't mean you're an alcoholic. It just means that this is the business. So there's many types of beer. So I downloaded a bunch of different things. That was super cool to see. Is a breakdown of the beers in a cool design. And so I just went online and found a bunch of resources. And there we go. Very basic porter stout, lager, and dunkel. Guinness says SLP price. A great stout. There it is on the bottom for you. I like the top ones, the pilsners. Yes, I'm deep into that. I'm gonna go into L's, and then here goes another diagram. So it's a cool little designs to show you what beers are like and about. And so this is part of the research, right? You need to understand your industry, understand the information, and get familiar so that when you're talking about it, designing for it, it fits and it goes together. And especially in my case where I'm starting from scratch and creating something new, right? I'm not going through L&B and revamping. What I'm doing is I'm starting from scratch with the brand new. They call that the new. It's called the new. All right, just want to check my boom, got it. So, talking about where the beer market is, what kind of beer types, lager, ale, and hybrid. Interesting. There goes the diagram. They go to break down what the lager, the pilsner, American lager, and so on. You got to educate yourself. That's all I'm saying. So I decided to do my research. That's what that is about. And part of my research is understanding the difference between a brand, a visual identity, and a logo. And this is where we get caught up into artists. Let me see, where can I get to where it says, where it breaks it down? Oh, well, we have some of the diagrams here too. Brand versus logo. And we have to understand that's not good. What about that one? There we go. Still not better. No, there it is. Is that we have to understand that there's a and very when you're doing a design, when you're doing design, you're working as a designer, when you're working as an illustrator, working with a brand, you need to understand the difference. And a lot of times we mix those words up into the same concept when we're having a conversation, and it's understood what you're saying. But a lot of times it's super important to understand the difference so that when you're breaking down a project like this, there are different parts to it, right? And so in this example here, let's go ahead and correct one of these. We have the logo, we have the brand. The brand is like consistency across all the beers. That's brand. It's the language. It's a breakdown of culture, and the logo is the image that makes the company name stand out. And so brand is the feeling and promises associated with a certain company or product. And a lot of times we use visual identity, the graphics that support a brand and identifies one company from another. And I had many discussions with a brewery about their visual identity, and I wanted to be more open to interpretation depending on the beer itself. And they were very strict about, well, we want to keep one design that is consistent across everything and anything. And I can understand that because they want to be able to build the brand to the point where it's easily identifiable no matter where they are, what they're doing. So kind of like the sweater is that we know the three stripes is the Adidas. There goes the Adidas here and logo there. And so when you see the little triangle, the 3-step pyramid, or the three stripes, or the big round letters that say Adidas, you understand what brand we're talking about, what brand it is. And so they feel the same way. They wanted to make sure that their brand was known across different mediums and locations by visually identifying exactly something that's consistent. So we left it alone and we moved on. And so now they have that oval all the way across around. And the oval on all the pieces, it has the same gradient across them all. It's the different tones, but they all have the same gradient around them. Okay, so, and the last thing is what we talked about, the primary graphic attached to almost all company collateral, and that's the logo. So here's another graph that I found. Logo, typography, it overlaps with the brand and the identity. So the brand includes all of these things, and then and it touches on the experience. Brand, identity, logo. Logo is within identity. Identity is within the brand. The brand is everything. The brand is all of it. And that's what we're creating in this 6 weeks is a brand, a logo, and the identity of each beer, right? So of each beer. And I've got a bunch of things here, and I'm going to end up putting some of these on the Sketch to Vector Brewery brand design page of my Vector Maestros website. Boom. So that way we have a lot more reference to what's going on, what we're talking about. And so that's a little bit of the research, and so the outcomes of it of this research ends up in the design itself, right? So we looked at brand types, brands, and now let's look at some beer brands. So now, what can we do with a beer brand? So let's go ahead. Those are templates, and those are design references. So this is the design references, and yes. So let's look at so this is a mood board about a particular, just a mood board about starting about a particular brand idea. Here's a brand or a design for a beer. So these are beer designs, and so kick flip day. Flip a kick day or kick flip a day. I don't know. It's cool looking. And this is what I wanted to do with when I work on something. I want it to be very much a big graphic dealing with the brand, but showing something fun and exciting that makes you want to pick up, colorful, right? Something that makes you want to pick up the can and try it out. A lot of the beer designs that I found were simple to the point, but they're still very colorful here. It's very apparent what the kind of beer they are. What's the name of the beer? Extra pale ale in the middle. Sessions IPA, citrus blonde ale. So they got different. And so I would have had the blonde orange, because over here this is it's an IPA something, I can't tell, and that's a porter. So that's dark. That's good. I like that extra. Yeah. So this is they flipped these beer colors, in my opinion, where they don't go. But there is the logo right there, the Collective Arts. Ghost, Gosa is another design. Very cool looking because it's all foil design in white. Nice, I like it. Call for art, music, urban pop. Okay, so there's a few organizations, including Collective Arts, that does these collaborations. Love the colors, says Haley. Yes, those were very nice colors. I do agree. Organization that does a collaboration between artists and beer. That they brew, the brewery. And so there it is. Now this is amazing. I like this, and the fact that on one side we have the artwork, on the other side we have the branding. Nice, yes. And so it's kind of hard to have a consistent brand message across all these different beers when all the artwork is very different. But the one thing that's consistent is that side that has the branding on it. So at least you read the words and you know that's the brand that you're looking at, and it has the little logo. All right, boom, collective project, boom, to limited release brews. There they go. A lot of hops are in this can. Imperial, that's a nice design right there. It pops. Oh man, it pops. Thinking outside apple cider. Oh, that's just people hanging out. Nordic Soul Gosa IPA. And look at all these beautiful designs. Oh my gosh, these artists. This is what I like. I do like this. That artists are given the freedom to create something. I think this is at a brewery. There you go. And again, there goes the logo, and then there goes the branding of each beer. Summer lineup, and you can see the color coordination here. Oh, I like it. I need to think about that. I need to think about how can I incorporate some of this. And this is the research part. We're doing research because, you can design your own stuff if you want to, but you want to see what are the industry standards right now. And they're very loose. As you can tell, they're very loose. Now, if we're talking about national brands that have commercials on TV, yeah, those designs are never going to change. What they will do is have some limited edition designs, and because of a marketing gimmick or something. These are spray cans, and I like that. I ended up using this for a design. As a matter of fact, I think it's for the design of my title. Oh no, these are cans. Well, they're beer cans. These are spray cans. And so here we go. So that's color. There go some colors. There go. Look at this. This is now where I live. Right, character illustration. And so we got a boom box. I love boom boxes. We got a couple faces here, characters with a rose. I like doing that. I love shoes. I love drawing cars. This is all right. So there is no one standard as to how beer cans should look. However, we do notice one thing or two things. One, they're very colorful and they attract attention. And two, they have amazing artwork so that they attract attention. So that when you walk up to the aisle, and I did take some pictures. Oh, I forgot where I put them of the beer aisle on a store, just to see what pops out, right? And a lot of the times, this craft beers pop out beyond the national beer brands because of the artwork, because of the colors. And there goes that's a dryer. That looks like a dryer right there. They threw a dryer on the can. Oh, but that looks like space inside of there. Oh my gosh, that's funny. And then of course you're in the jungle or something. Look at all those leaves. That's a great design. I like that. It says Assad. Yes. And so when you look at this, hey Narisara, how you doing? Welcome, Assad and Ahmad. Welcome, welcome. And so when you're thinking about designing, when you're thinking about the art that you're gonna create, you need to pay attention to what's out there, what are people doing, and then give yourself some guidelines. So this is some guidelines that I'm gonna focus on. And look at this one, the jam up the mash, and there's some teeth right there. That's a mouth, and it's trying to take a bite out of that glass. That's funny. All right, so there we go. A lot of artwork, more artwork. It's beautiful artwork. It's great. It's great. Now this one, you can tell they have the Life in the Clouds, Life in the Clouds Collective Arts. That's the same across these two. This one doesn't have it because it's a shorter can, so there's less room to work with. But it does have this big long stripe, yellow stripe with that logo in there, the Collective Arts. And if you look up Collective Arts, they every year they ask for submissions and they pay out $250, I think, if your submission is accepted. All right, so there we go. That's a lot of stuff, right? So I did. Now here's this one and the first one that I started with are mood boards. They're more of a mood board setup, and so now I need to talk about mood boards because that's what we're going to do. And I am gonna pull up Illustrator, and because I started my templates, and so after tomorrow, you visit this page, vectormaestros.com, Brewery Brand. You'll be able to download some of the resources. And let me double check and see what's happening here. Come on. You guys let me know if we're still live, if there is any problems. And I need to check on something here. Come on. Let me see. Laptop Studio. Yeah. Come on. There it is. And continue. It didn't change. So I'm looking at this. It did not change. After all of that. Drawing sign. Yeah. So I'm looking at the title. The title didn't change, but the content inside did change. So that's good. I'm going to fix that. All right. There we go. All right. So there's my Illustrator. And I'm going to pull up. Hey, come on, Illustrator. Come on. Let's open up my templates. I'm going to find the template that I started to create for the overall brand design. This is for the overall brand design. It's not just a logo. It's not just one beer can design. It's for a whole thing. All right, let me go ahead and grab this here, copy that, and change this here. Boom. There it goes. And let me see it change. There it goes. It's been changed. Okay, we're good. All right. So let's see. Template, beer bottle template. We do have a template for the beer bottles. We have can templates. All of this I'm going to make available on that page. Beer can. Let me see. Where are my brand design, brand references, brewing, that's key. Oh, maybe it's right here. Let's see. That's Photoshop template. 16 ounce. So these are templates. Where is my Illustrator file? One of the reasons why you must review beer designs, beer references, brand designs, brand versus logo. Got that. City Works. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. You should not be reading those. Latchkey and mood boards. Maybe it's. What did I do with my I do not like this. I don't see it. What happened? Let me see. Is it in Adobe Live? It wouldn't be in Adobe Live. Let me see right there. 3.6 Pro Tips. That was last week. Okay. Adobe Community. There it goes. Okay, those are my designs. Illustration kit. Is that it? This is January 25th. I can't remember if that's it. Making comics. Let me see. Let me see what's in here. I forgot. Okay, let's click on open. All right, this is the illustration kit for my streams. Okay. I can't believe I lost it. Brewery. That's it, right? I don't have. This is why I keep track of all of my files. Right? There's only one brewery. There's no other breweries. And then this is PSD. That's a template. 12 can template. Brand design. Brand versus logo. City Works. Ghost. Latchkey, mood boards. Oh my gosh, beer bottle. Let me see what's that. This is 1, 2. So I got 2 here. Those are Illustrator files. So I want to work in Illustrator. A 16 ounce. So I did not make a template for that, but I made a template for this. So here's that and that beer can, and I have a whole beer brand. Brand design references. Oh, there it is. Is that it? Say right there. Here we go. Okay. Oh my gosh, that needs to be somewhere else. Let's open it. I was going crazy. It's like, did I lose? Did I dream? All right. So this is what the whole project is about. In this project, I'm gonna create a logo. And out of that logo, we're going to create stickers, business cards, and a sidewalk sign, a poster and a banner, a tanker truck, box truck design, a billboard design, and a flyer. And then we're going to take make beer designs. All right, we're going to make some beer designs. So that's the project. This is a branding package. Let me see. There goes my layers, logo design, and then branding package. It's the branding package is the identity and messaging of a company. So we're gonna call that branding. Oh, I think I need that package. Brewery branding package. Let's go there. And then my name by DTM. Okay, got it. And so let's change the size. Let's make it bigger. Oh, I thought I did capital letters. I'm serious. I thought I did. Brewery branding package by DTM. And I'm going to make this template available right there off of my website. So you'll be able to visit my website, to visit that page that I'm sharing with you starting tomorrow, and you'll be able to download all of this, and you'll have access to all the different sized templates. And the poster looks big because the poster is bigger than the can. There goes the can. You got 2 can labels, a billboard sign. There it is, and it gives you a nice little scale template. I have the trucks right here. They are in vector, and I have everything in the tanker. There it goes. In each particular layer. There it is. And look at that. That's vector. Oh my gosh. So when we design a brand, we gotta design. When we create a brand, we gotta design everything that brand touches. Everything, wherever the logo is gonna go, wherever the branding is gonna go, we have to design it. This is the sidewalk sign, right? They're gonna have a sidewalk sign. Where's my sidewalk sign? Right here. Boom, there it is. So I need to have my artwork that fits right here. Right here. The artwork has to fit right there. Boom, and I can change that, add some color there. Where's my color? Thank you. Boom, bam, there. That's it. That's where the branding is going to go. The design, the everything, flyer, business card, sticker, all of that. And I only put a circle on the sticker just so that we can make sure that the logo fits within circle stickers, or what they called Coasters. Yeah, I got a coaster right here. So coasters. This one's a square piece of wood, but yes, sometimes we want to make sure we design the coasters too. So all of that has to be put together, and I already have the template. So let me save this in a better place. Save as, because I cannot find it for some reason. I don't know why. All right, brand design templates. Let me see. There it is. Templates, brand design. And it's an Illustrator logo design project. Here we go. Template. Okay, good. Save it. All right. And okay. Make sure you organize your layers or files. Organize your files. All right. So we got that out the way. We know what we're going to be designing. But before we start designing, I'm going to show you two things. For today, that's all we got left to go over. It's a lot. I've been talking nonstop. It is to present you with the brand ideas, and then and share with you and create a mood board off of those brand ideas. Okay, so to the last thing I want to say about this template is that I downloaded a lot of these different elements, these trucks, and these beer templates. I think this is some of the beer templates that I used in the past. And so for each brand that I work with, I want to have at least 2 beer designs. That's why it shows that. Boom. But this template, I'm going to make it available to anyone who visits the page tomorrow. All of these things will go in to the page tomorrow. Hey Daniel, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right. So the last thing I said was the brands. Okay, so let me present to you the brands that I have come up with. All right, I'm calling these the breweries. So the challenge is to create a full brand experience with a series of beers ready to go. The first step is to decide on which brand to start and the beer name. So I just get excited about coming out with concepts. I do this all the time. So first on the list is a brewery I call Ancient Brewing. It's called Ancient Brewery. And tagline is "Drink with the Gods." And I have a few logo ideas, right? So the AB, just basic AB, or a pyramid in the background with the word Ancient Brewery, or a spaceship that says Ancient Brewery. They all say "Drink with the Gods." Welcome to the stream, everybody. Says SLP Price. Welcome. And there is a Heru the Hawk profile image and a drawing, and then we're gonna call it Ancient Brewery Drinking with the Gods. And so the first beer is gonna be a dark lager, and it's gonna have it's called Tezcatlipoca's Brew, and he's got like a whole can right here and a glass. It needs to have suds. That's it. That's what it needs to have, suds. So that's one of the first ideas, right? Boom. And I want you to tell me in the chat which design you like the best, right? I probably should have. I think tomorrow I will have a voting. I'm gonna need to add a voting. Where is my branding identity logo? Not that page. Not this page. I need to have right here at the voting. This is my notes. I gotta keep track of my notes. Okay. Oh, I do have the voting. Let me see. Where'd it go? Part 6. Live streams. Vote results. Yes, I do have the voting. Okay. Vote for your favorite brand and can design. Add to webpage. I need to remember that. Okay, got it. So back to the sketch to vector page. There we go. And so yeah, so this is one, right? You let me know which one you like, and I'm gonna go through all of them today. So Tezcatlipoca's Brew, got it, nice, I like it. Heru's Elixir, nice. It's a Stella beer, and it's out of Memphis. This one says out of Tenochtitlan, and that's the name of Mexico City, Tenochtitlan. This is out of Memphis, or could have said Cairo, something Egyptian. and ancient. So there's called Heiru's Elixir, and so there goes Heiru right there. He's got his glass and his bottle there. He's having a good time. Got the pyramids in the background. So one thing to keep in mind is that I'm coming up with the name of the brand of the and designing the logo around the concept. There's a concept here. It's called Ancient Brewery. So the concept is ancient mythology, right? And so I'm finding a couple of gods that would work well with the branding of the beer, and that the beer type matches the character, the god, which is why we do our research. So that way it kind of flows together. That's it. All right. So this is what we have, right? So this is the Ancient Brewery. Now let's go to the next idea. It's called Latchkey Brewing. And when we were younger ourselves, people my age, we would go home to an empty house, and we had a key to get in to our own place. We were responsible for ourselves from a very early age, and they call that latchkey. And there's a whole definition and concept for it. And I'm using that for this brewery. This is the Latchkey Brewery. So for logo, we have an idea of a couple of keys, house keys, or the LK, a monogram type of thing, or a triangle with the keys hanging out, hanging in the middle of the triangle, or the TV with a pizza and a drink. And that is the logo. That's too complicated. It's too much. But I kind of like it a little bit. Any case, the oversized elements, background, AI, I don't know what was all that. So there's a tag that goes through here, Latchkey Brewery, living unafraid. That's it, because when we were kids, we weren't afraid of anything. And so this is called cold pizza. This beer brand, beer type, and it's called cold pizza. And there it is. We now have nothing but slices of pizza. And the word cold, it's ice. It's gonna be icy letters. There's gonna have ice on them, and pepperonis on the letters, and it's gonna say pizza, and there goes a pizza box. That's the idea. Like boom, there it goes. Latchkey Brewery has a beer called House Party, and that's because the parents are not there, so the kids get to have fun. Adult kids who can drink alcohol. They're having a house party. And so that's a Pilsner. Okay, this was a red blonde IPA. And there goes a Pilsner in Atlanta, Georgia. These are all Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah. And so house party. And then finally, excuse me, come on. Latchkey Brewery, Living Unafraid. This is a sketch. These are all sketches. Thank you, Artem. I appreciate it. These are all sketches. And it's the American Pale Ale. And it's called Tough Times. And there goes some chains and some bats and a stick with some nails on it. So I got to figure out a way to make it fit. And it's a young person out to no good on the streets. And so I probably need to have like a few other characters here on the side. This is the Latchkey Brewery design. Latchkey Brewing. There we go. Now CityWorks Brewing. So CityWorks Brewing, it has to do with the things that the infrastructure of your city, right? So let's say the city had a brewing department, and this is giving respect to all of those people who take the time to make sure that the infrastructure of the city you live in functions, so that you can drink water from the faucet, take a shower, cook. There's gas and electricity coming through your home, and the street lights on the at the intersection work, right? So this beer is called the Waterworks, and I only drew one design for the logo, and I like it. I really like this, and I like how it came out. In that it has this fisheye look to it. CityWorks. Yes, I do like that. And so there it is, the logo. Of course, all my designs are the same, because I'm not going to have to gonna spend a lot of time in the sketching process to create a whole new design for each can. However, I will have new artwork, and I'm gonna make sure that I have my UPC code area, my government warning, any kind of brewery stuff on here, information, and the logo. We should be grateful for these people for all the good things that we have. Correct, Artem. That is correct. The city works is very important to our city life. So this is American Stout, and they call it Gotham City. So this is Gotham City, right? The water works, and it's the E in the word works. It says it's got to roll downhill. That's what this guy's saying. He's a plumber. He's working with the water. Oh, and I did a new version of this guy. It had pipes on the background. I had a lot of pipes. I don't know what happened. All right, so then this is called Streets and Corners. And it has a guy with the vest on. He's got the shorts, and he has that slow sign. He has some headphones and some glasses, and he's chilling. Yeah, that's all they do, right? They just stand around holding the sign. They flip it to stop. They flip it to slow. All of that. Ah, man, this is good. But I did draw another design of this. CityWorks. There we go. Let me see. Oh, no, it's not in here. Oh, why? Why not? It's in my iPad, and I thought I exported it out. I can't tell now. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to update that too. So there's a lot of reviewing I'm gonna have to do tonight so that I'm ready for tomorrow's live stream with Adobe Live. I'm just going. The sketch is fantastic. Thank you, Artem. And I just want to point out that everything that I'm going through today with you, I'm gonna review some of it tomorrow and share more. So this is me getting organized for tomorrow. And every other week, there's going to be a Monday stream where I organize what I'm going to share on Tuesday at Adobe Live. So Monday morning is my own stream at 10 a.m. And at 4 p.m. the next day on Tuesday is going to be the official Adobe Live stream where I share everything that I put together. Okay, so I'm going to find that design because I already reworked it. I thought I exported it. All right, so the next design we have is Ghost Prime Brewing. So Ghost Prime, I haven't come out with the logo design all the way there yet. And let me see, is this charging? Yes, it is charging. I can't tell. I'm going to have to leave it turned off and figure it out later. And so the idea is that this is a robot city. It's a robot city. And it's called Mechasburg, Michigan, because a lot of mechanical things came out of Michigan. And they have a big tagline. It's a long tagline. It's called Living Life to the Fullest, Pedal to the Metal, All In, Ghost Prime Brewing, Enjoy Life. That's it. And so basically it is, what if a robot city had beer for robots, and of course it's not going to be beer, it's going to be oil or something like that, right? And so this beer is called Bolts Brew. There you go, Bolts Brew. It's a creamy ale, and I came out with the Ghost Prime Brewing, and maybe I just put the words here, Ghost Prime Brewing. Maybe just Ghost Prime. The word Ghost Prime. And this is gonna be a robot, an android of some kind. The design is just, I just went too far with the sketching. In any case, because a ghost is soul, spirit, and life, and then prime, it means loading. It could be render, or it can be recharge. So I have it. Then the second design is steel suds, and these I came up with yesterday. I decided to draw these yesterday. Steel suds, and so I don't know how I'm gonna make a steel glass, maybe glass with steel parts on it, and then a lot of suds, and then finally, this is the first one that I came up with. It's called Rebel Level, and I've had this name Rebel Level for a long time. I created a whole branding for it. It's totally unrelated to this, because I like the name Rebel Level. What does it mean? I don't know. It just sounds cool. And so it's a robot, and he's in a motorcycle, old school motorcycle, just chilling. Now they all have the same name, Cream Ale. I need to change that. They all need to have different beer types. But that's what I put together real fast. So there it is. This is the breakdown. If you go to vectormaestros.com, I think the link is in the description of the video. Yes, it is. Brewery Brand, you get to see all the designs that I created. 1, 2, 3, 4 different designs. And then you see the beer can art process, which is what I shared earlier. Is this design started this way. I revamped it this way. And then we find a way to organize the layout. And then boom, this becomes the final piece. Here's the whole layout, the design all together, and then finally the actual beer. And so I've done this before, and so I'm gonna do it again and again and again. How many times over? I'm not sure, but we're gonna come up with enough enough art and design to make it worth your while. And here are the links to the stream. So I already have the March 14th stream. March 12th stream at 4 p.m. That's tomorrow. So there it is. Of course, right here on Behance. Wherever you're watching this right now, just make sure you go to the behance.net/live at 4 p.m. so that you can check out the stream. Ooh, oh my gosh. So now let's talk about mood boards. So here's what I'm going to be doing overnight. I'm going to go over and set up some mood boards for some of these brewing company designs. And tomorrow I'm going to share the mood boards along with the brewery design sketches, and everyone will get a chance to vote on their favorite. And so here is, thank you, Experience Technology. I appreciate you. And so here's how these mood boards are designed, and I'm going to use these as the starting point for my mood boards. So these are brewery or beer mood boards. And so we have the beer, the kind of people who enjoy that beer. It's not just people with a glass of beer. Is that who are these kind of people that like that kind of beer? What is the colors associated with this beer type, and that you want to associate it with the beer brand? And there it is, the craft beer. That's the logo. Those are the colors. There's some wood grain, wood. So wood and earth tones. That's what we're looking at. Even with the brewery background, earth tones. Here's another mood board. And so I like these mood boards because they give you a good starting point. But the bigger the mood board, the more you think about and you're looking at. So clean design. There goes very clean and symmetric design or geometric design. There goes the packaging. Very clean, sharp lines. Even the artwork is very sharp. The artwork down here on the right is, and all the way to the right also, is very clean edges. The clean design could go on the bottle just like that and sit flat on the bottle. The labels are color coordinated, big and small text, and it just goes flat on the bottle. And so this is the mood board for this. These are the colors of the wines, the colors of the bottles, and it starts to give you an idea of how what kind of mood they want you to be in for when you're dealing with this brand. Beer icon and symbols, something to keep in mind. There goes some of the labels and brand images and so on. I don't know why that's here, but it ended up here. Another infographic. Okay, this is the brewery process. It's important to know a little bit about how this is made. How is it made and how is it enjoyed? And so when you're working with a brand, you don't have to be a user of the particular product, but it helps because then you can also see it from the side of that person who has getting the experience in this with this product. And so I worked with a Cinemaker, and I used their streaming apps. I work with the Sketchable, and I used the Sketchable app. Depending on who I'm working with, I may end up with trying out their products. As a matter of fact, I work with Elmer's Glue, and I bought their packaging because inside the packaging of the product was my artwork, and I wanted to see what it's like, and I wanted to have a copy of it. So different things. So you need to know a little bit about the industry, enough things to get you informed to a level where you can talk about it. another mood board, and so there goes some tamales. Oh my gosh. So I can already see some of my mood boards and what they would look like, what they would have. So ideally, what I'm getting out of this, and maybe I should have an example. Let me see if I can do mood board elements. There it is. So 10 elements for a powerful mood board. Okay, let me see, what does this say? 5 key elements. All right, let's go with this one. Oh, there's some images right there. All right, so 10 elements. Type, patterns, textures, illustrations, icons, logos, lifestyle images, editorial design, and web design. Oh, that's pretty good. That's all right. But let's go back and let me pull that out like this, and then let's go to images. 10 elements for powerful mood boards. There goes. Hello from Brazil. I'm watching in intervals on my work. Nice content. Thank you, Hugo. Muchas gracias. So there it is. Mood board breakdown. Okay, let me go over here. Design, inspiration, lifestyle, texture. All right, let me put this here and grab this right there. And I can just go like that. See, I need to keep that. I need a copy of that. There we go. How to make a mood board. How to make a mood board. And 3 free templates. Okay, thank you. Mood board elements. Can I just see the elements? So breakdown. These are the things that should be in the mood board. Good. Because I was just going to take what I saw and say, well, I need to have something that's like that. But I'm going to doing my research so I can have some outlines as to what does my mood board need to have. Elements, mood board elements for beer. Let me see if I can. All right, let's see what happens. So beer doodle collection, nice. Pale ale mood board. Okay, that's a pale ale. Got it. I'm just gonna grab some of these. This is my research. I want to see where a breakdown of the elements when they talk about it. Elements outline, elements list. And well, I mean, this one keeps coming up, and I already have that, right? Let me see. This is the same person. Yes, 10 elements for powerful mood boards. Yeah, I got that. Okay, cool. All right, so editorial design, lifestyle images, logo, icons, illustrations, textures, patterns, type, and colors. And she says mood board inspiration on Pinterest. Let me see. Explore the best. I'm looking. Oh, there we go. All right. There's a whole lot of different things. None of it says mood board. Okay, thank you. All right. She just wants me to follow them. All right. There we go. That's enough. That's enough for today to get me started, get me going. And tomorrow I'm going to have the mood boards to match up with each one of these brands that I like, as many as I can put together. And tomorrow all this content will be added to the page on the Vector Maestros website, and you get to decide which project we move forward with. Tomorrow I'm also going to share the sketching and the adjustments that I made to the designs. And let me see, live stream, Adobe Live, set up Illustrator templates. I'm going to show you about that. Make the shapes for quick wireframes. Organize templates in Illustrator, and you get to vote for your favorite brand and can design. Ooh, it's a whole lot of stuff. I know. I'm sorry. I just can't help myself. I don't like doing simple things. I like doing intricate, busy things. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, everybody. I am DTM, Delta Tango Mike. Make sure you follow the links in the description of the video. Check out the one-on-one Vector Maestros workshops and classes. We do have in real life classes happening right now at Binders Art. The next one is in next month, but we also have one-on-one sessions available for those who want to know more about vector art. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. Thank you to those of you who left a comment. Thank you to D for hanging out in the Discord, and everybody else in the chat on Facebook and YouTube, St. Tony the Monster, Experience Technology, and on Behance, Hugo, Artem, SLP Price, Daniel, Assad, Narisa, Ahmad, Haley, SLP Price, Imran, Aina, Barbara, and Haley. I did say Haley. Thank you, Edgar, for stopping by. Great job, says Edgar. Well, thank you, everybody. Make sure you check out the streams tomorrow at 4 p.m. I will have a stream at 10 a.m. for my subscribers here on Behance. If you want to be a subscriber, you get extra learning lessons to learn vector art on any app, not just Illustrator. And then at 4 p.m., I will do my Adobe live stream where you will see the results of half of this stuff that I have going on. Tomorrow, says SLP Price. Thank you, everybody. I am DTM, Delta Tango Mike, and I will catch you on the flip side. Peace out.